Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I'm going to make a card. I saw on my page, well, on my Facebook feed, I do see cards made by people who aren't using Stampin' Up! Products. There is actually a clean and simple card group, and for some reason I see their feed. But a lot of times it does inspire me, and that is the case today. I saw a card made with non-Stampin' Up! Products, and I thought I can do that with Stampin' Up! Products. And so it's a little bit different than the one I saw, but I actually made a version of it this morning, and I'm going to do it again for you guys right now. Yeah, so I hope you guys have found me, and when you do, please say hello. So this card, it's basically monochrome. It is only using basic white, except for a little bit of silver embossing here for the sentiment. And yeah, I'm going to show you how I made it. It is really, really simple. The one that I saw had a little bit of simple embossing on it as well, dry embossing, but I am not doing that because I don't feel like I have the correct embossing folders in my stash at this point. So, really, this is such a simple card. It's got a card base. It's got cut down one layer. So here in centimeters, that's 10 by 14.4. In inches, that would be 4 by 5.25. And then I have a piece of basic white that's got some foam adhesive sheet on the back of it. You can see I cut something else out bigger, and I kept the part that was left over, and that's going to be just right for our die cut. Hi, Gladys. Glad you found me. Yes, and with the time change here, I think people are having trouble finding me too. And yeah, I don't know why notifications aren't working. I'll have to take a look at that on my side. It's good to know they aren't working. Hello, Shelley. Nice to see you. So, I have pulled dies for this card. Here, for those of you who just joined me, I'll show you what we're making today. We're going to make one of these. This is based on a card that I saw in my feed on Facebook from a Clean and Simple group that somebody had made with non-Stampin' Up! Products, and I decided I want to make one with Stampin' Up! Products. So I've got the second largest circle die out of Stylish Shapes. I've got the second largest of the regular rectangles out of Stitch Rectangles, and I've got the largest of the evergreen trees from Tree Lot dies, which sadly, if you didn't get them during celebration, you're out of luck. Almost, you can find them, someone selling them online, because Stampin' Up! Isn't offering them anymore. So I'm going to start with this first layer. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my cut and emboss machine. And I am using the full size one because I don't think this stitched rectangle is going to fit in the mini. And I think sometimes these are easier to do on the big one. So I actually was able to get both of them to go at the same time on the first one I made. So I'm going to try to do that again. I'm going to take a minute here to get it lined up as best I can, because you're going to see this whole thing. Oh, that's really close for you guys. Let me see if I can raise this up a little bit. Okay. Sorry, everybody, for the camera motion. Then I'm going to offset that a bit. I don't want it centered. There we go. I think that's good. So if you missed out on the Treat-Lot dies, if you go on Facebook and search for like Stampin' Up! Retired products, you'll find groups where people are selling them. I'm sure there's some on eBay as well. You know, I don't know what prices. Some people sell their retired stuff really cheaply, and some people decide it's a desired thing, and so they put a premium on it. I don't know, but I love them. I'm glad I have them. So, and now while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead with this piece of basic white that's got the foam adhesive strips on the back. And I can just fit that on there and run that through. And I'm going to do that one a couple of times just because it's thick and intricate at the same time. There we go. Now I'll move this out of the way. And there we go. And I still have some left to do another one. So I'm going to set that on the sheet. That's on there pretty well, so I'm not too worried about it, but sometimes as I get working on things, the backing comes off and the adhesive gets exposed, so it's just nice to have it on the silicone sheet, then it doesn't stick to my grid paper and have issues. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to set that aside for right now. And I'm going to bring this piece in. And my embossing buddy. And again, that's just a little pouch. It's got powder in it, like baby powder or cornstarch. And that gets static taken care of and any oils from my hands. I've got this Happy Holidays stamp. This is from Brightest Glow. And it's got the best sentiments, I think, for the holidays this year. And I just like this really simple Happy Holidays. I'm just going to put it down here to the side in Versamark. And then I'm going to bring in my embossing box. If you haven't seen this before, this is just the Stampin' Up! Square box. I've taken the flaps off. I like it because it kind of contains my embossing powder that likes to fly everywhere. And we'll just heat that up. It's so fun still to watch that melt. And I'm just going to blast it a little bit on the back side here. It helps flatten it out again. Here we go. Move that out of the way without dumping it on the floor. Okay, so there's that. Not the straightest I've ever done, but it will do. And now we're just going to set these back in. And what I found, there's all different ways you could do it. You could just glue this onto your card base and then fill in, but these are really skinny sides to glue, so I think it's easier. I just take some sticky tape and I stick them all together again from the back. I think it just makes it easier, really, to handle as one piece. I could do one more little bit right up there. And then I can go ahead and add my glue. I do want to be careful. I don't want it oozing really anywhere. But I also want it to hold down. So let's see how that goes. I'll bring in my card base. We are having a couple of rainy days starting today, and we are supposed to get, they're talking about it being the biggest accumulation of rain of the year in this event. And I'm not particularly concerned about flooding right here, although we do have streets here in Melbourne that flood on the regular. But it has been so wet this winter and spring so far that all of the dams and ponds and rivers, they're all at capacity. The ground is pretty saturated, so they're predicting a lot of flooding here. Okay, so there's the card base, and now we just need to add our tree. And what I found was, if I take your pick tool, a piece of scrap. That is a non-Stampin' Up! Piece of paper that somebody sent as a protector layer in a card to me. So I just pulled that out of recycling, and I'm just taking all these bits out of the tree. Take your pick tool makes that really easy to do. Might make it something you don't want to do 100 of, but it's really not bad. If your take a pick tool gets a little bit sticky there on the pokey end, you can grab an alcohol wipe or WD-40 or citrus cleaner of some kind and just wipe that right off. No problem. Eucalyptus oil here in Australia is a popular one. Okay. And I should be able to now just pull this backing off. Yep. Love the adhesive sheets for things like this. Add it on where I want it. And voila. There's the card. That's pretty quick and simple, huh? Yeah, it's getting to be cold, isn't it there? We're getting to be warm. We're up to about 70 each day, even with the clouds and the rain this week. So that's good. Noah and I enjoyed our walk yesterday afternoon. Not sure we'll be walking today and tomorrow, but we'll see. We have to get out there in the rain anyway. So that's what I have for you today. Super quick, super simple and easy, but I think very effective. Got the two of them there. So thanks for joining me. I will be back again, same time, same place next week. In North America, your clocks don't change yet, so it really will be the same time. I'd love to see what you guys are making. Feel free to post them here at my Nancy's Nifty Note Bakers Facebook group. There's a quick QR code to get there quickly, directly. If you're not a member, it'll ask you a couple questions and then you'll get logged in there. And please post your stuff. We'd love to see them. So thanks for joining me. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.